What is up, guys? We're going to be talking about the changes to the Legion today on patch 3.4. Now note, these are just things that have been data mined in the game that are not even released on the PvE yet, so these numbers are subject to change. This is what we're looking at so far. This is certainly in advance, but I would like to mention also that when they tend to change something, it may go live on the PvE and it may stay there. So some of these numbers may never, or changes may never come to the live servers. I think they're worth looking at. So first things first, mend times for deep wounds have been reduced significantly. It's now 12 seconds while mending yourself, but only 8 seconds while being mended by someone else. That's a big change. It also means that grouping against the Legion is not the worst thing because you can mend each other quickly. Finding someone who's injured with his Feral Frenzy attack is going to be important. Next, attacking in Feral Frenzy will no longer be considered a basic attack. This means that perks that trigger with a basic attack will no longer trigger under this circumstance. This is a big nerf to a lot of the way that Legion plays now. It means that Feral Frenzy will no longer trigger things like Sloppy Butcher, and you'll have to rely on add-ons for that. This could be considered a very big nerf to the main way that Legion is played currently, which is a big slowdown build with Nurses Calling, Thanatophobia, and Sloppy Butcher. And now that Sloppy Butcher can't trigger on his Feral Frenzy attacks, it may throw a wrench in the entire build. Thankfully, he's getting a lot of other changes in this patch as well, and it may actually bring him up in the tier list while changing his builds around significantly. So let's continue. Increased the Feral Frenzy speed from 5 meters per second to 5.2 meters per second. This is a actually bigger than you might think change to his movement speed. 5.2 meters per second is very fast. Remember, survivors only move at 4 meters per second. So you are moving at quite a bit faster movement speed at 5.2. It will be easier to chase people down and easier to hit them while in Feral Frenzy. They also changed the Feral Frenzy window vault and pallet vault duration. So it used to take 1.1 seconds to vault a window with Feral Frenzy. Now it only takes 0.9. It used to take 1.35 seconds to vault a pallet with Feral Frenzy. Now it only takes 0.9. This not only means that the survivor needs to hit a pallet stun on you if you're playing the Legion. If they don't hit the pallet stun, you are going to be on the other side of that pallet very, very quickly and hit them. That is a big change. That's 0.45 fewer seconds. That's almost a full half second less time it takes to vault pallets. That's a big deal. That means you're going to be able to catch people a lot longer, and the duration that you use Feral Frenzy is going to be a lot more efficient. Next, we have some changes to his add-ons. The Mischief List add-on, which added additional duration to Feral Frenzy, changed from adding 0.8 seconds to adding 1 full second. So that's a slight buff there. You get a little bit more time off of the Mischief List add-on. The Mural Sketch add-on, which also adds additional duration, was very slightly nerfed. Went from adding 1.6 additional seconds to 1.5 additional seconds. And as you can see here, they're just really rounding out their numbers, and that's all. The Stolen Sketchbook add-on increased the Feral Frenzy duration. It used to be 2.4 seconds, now it's up to 2.5. So they're just rounding out their numbers for those duration add-ons, making it easier to sort of calculate what's going on, how much extra time you're actually getting from Feral Frenzy. They have some changes to the Smiley Face pins and the Legion pin and the Defaced Smiley pin. And these are the ones where if you hit someone while in Feral Frenzy, have the Deep Wound status effect, it would apply an extra status effect on top of it for 60 seconds. It would apply Blindness, Mangled, and Broken. Broken is the No Mither status effect, so you can't heal and you're at the permanent injured state for 60 seconds. They've changed these and made them far, far better. Now these add-ons say, hitting a survivor highlighted by Killer Instinct applies these status effects. That means you can smack someone with Feral Frenzy, and when it highlights the heartbeat of everyone around them within that range, when you hit that person who's highlighted, they get this status effect. So the first person you hit doesn't get these debuffs, but the second, third, fourth person that you hit is going to get these debuffs. That's specifically going to make the Legion pin, in my opinion, one of the best add-ons you can get for him, because it will apply the Broken status effect to up to 3 people in the match for 60 seconds. This means they can't heal and they're permanently injured. It makes it incredible because not only can you vault pallets quicker now and move around quicker, and you have better duration, It means that even if the first person starts mending themselves for 12 seconds, you can hit another person, apply Broken, come out of Feral Frenzy, chase them down, and hit them again, and it will be as if it was just a speed boost and they can't heal from it. This is a big, big deal. Nurse's Calling may not be as important on Legion now that he can apply Broken status effect to 3 people instead of just 1 person by tunneling them and hitting them basically 3 times and wasting a lot of time. Lastly, they changed the Filthy Blade add-on. The Filthy Blade add-on used to add 3.5 seconds to the mend time, and because they lowered the mend time for everyone, they've reduced that to 2.5 additional seconds of mend time. So those are the changes to Legion. If you guys think that, like I do, he's going to be moving up in the meta, I currently think he's one of the weakest killers. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these changes. If you think he needs a little bit more love, anything like that, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you can see all of the new stuff like this when it comes out. I do really enjoy doing this sort of leaks by daylight stuff, and that is exactly where I got this from. If you'd like to see the full changes, patch 3.4 changes, I did do another video and it's going to be linked up there in the cards. Just hit that little I button, as well as the changes to Spirit that are coming in this patch. So make sure you go check those videos out, and thank you very much for watching.